Welcome to Biz Up Marketing Solution. Today we're going to be talking about live streaming versus web conferencing and what is the difference. And I am yours truly, Brian Cochran, and I am so excited to be with you today to share with you what it takes to, what the differences are, and so we can understand what we need to be doing. I've been doing online live streaming and web conferencing now, since 2005 or six or so, something like that, at internet radio stations. And so I've learned it for a long time. I have a book on Startup Guide to Internet Broadcasting. Let me show it to you. This is our book, Internet Guide to uh, Internet Broadcasting. And that's our book to show you that we have ways to do it. It's available, download or whatever. But anyway, I'm going to share with you how to do it. So let's get started. All right. Today we're going to cover the difference between webcasting, and live streaming and web conferencing, and what do I use for my broadcasting solutions. We're going to start with web conferencing. Web conferencing is ideal for small collaborative meetings where most, if not all, participants communicate with one another from different locations all over the world. Webcasting, I'm giving you the basic definitions of what they are, and then we're going to get into a little bit more of what we do. A webcast is a live or on-demand presentation that is streamed over the internet. It is ideal for targeting very large audiences to be, it's unlimited based upon the services that you use. It is often a higher quality, streamed live, and makes use of interactive features like survey, polls, and Q&A. And even simpler terms, think of a webcast like a local nightly newscast or broadcast on your broadcast TV. Both webcasting and web conferencing each have their own benefits. A webcast can be played multiple times on demand and can easily be shared. Meanwhile, a web conference is typically a more closed and controlled environment where you can have a password. It makes it harder for a person to come in. Some of the services that are available for streaming is Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Periscope, and there's tons of other ones that are out there. But the main ones that I use are those three, plus a couple others. But again, today we're going to talk about just keeping it simple so that we can get started versus not doing it at all. Again, while we're shut in, this is a great opportunity to learn about it. What the difference is. That somebody called me today to kind of share with me, and ask me what to do and what the differences were. And I said, oh shoot, let me kind of get this up and running so that way we understand what we need to be doing in order for us to get going. So let's continue. Web conferencing services that are available: Zoom, Join Me, GoToMeeting, Skype, JITSI, and StreamYard are probably some of the larger ones and newer ones. There are tons of those that are out there as well that are available for you to use. And again, I'm going to be talking about the ones that I use in particular, so that way, and explain why I use the ones that I use. What do I use? I'm glad you asked. And why? Let's get busy. I currently am using the conferencing and web systems between StreamYard and JITSI.org or JITSI. And right now I'm streaming from StreamYard. And as you see, I can let me give you a quick demonstration of why I use what I use. So now you see me full screen. I'm able to also put it side by side. I'm able to make it smaller, and I'm able to just show the presentation. I'm using PowerPoint, so I can pull my PowerPoint in so that way I can use it, or I can just be full screen and it's me. So it gives you the flexibility of those two, which gives me the availability. Also, I can pull up. I can put a. I can have a watermark with my station ID. I can also pull up my where'd it go? There we go. Where'd it go? It didn't pop up. Oh well. Anyway, you're able to pop up your name as a lower third and so forth. So those are some of the basic things that it does. It also pulls in. So if you're on, so for instance, if you're on one of the streaming, so if you're on Facebook right now, if you're watching me either on Facebook or YouTube, go down and put your name in the chat, and I can show you some of the benefits of it as well. That I can actually put your comment up on the screen as well. So it's very, very powerful, very, very well done, and it's something that you use. You can also put up banners, on the bottom part of showing some example. Let me give you an example real quick while I'm here. This is an example. And so I can add the band. I spelled it wrong, but I spelled it wrong just so you can see it. And so this isn't, it's supposed to be an example, but I spelled it wrong. Let me correct it. And no, let me correct it, hide it. There we go. So as you see, you can do it. You can change the colors. You can do all kind of things to make it work. So this is what I'm currently using right now, StreamYard. Let's keep going. StreamYard also, let me pull it back up. You can do a live broadcast currently like I'm doing now, which is one dimensional where I'm able to broadcast like I'm doing now. But if I want to pull people into the broadcast, I can. If you notice, if you see the screen, it has, that's what my dashboard looks like. And within this dashboard, I'm able to pull up people, change my settings, change cameras. I'm able to do lower thirds, change the colors that's applicable to what the broadcast is. And I can have overlays, which are lower thirds, what I talked about. I can also pull in comments and so forth that if you're on live and you leave a comment, then I can actually pull it up onto the broadcast for folks to see that you're part of the broadcast. Also, you can do interview form, which I don't have. I'm going to do another one later on where we're going to be starting doing interviews as well. And this is powerful because I was using Skype, but this one's better because I can do so much more with it. Skype is one dimensional where it's really just a web conferencing system, but this one is so much more that I'm able to broadcast and do a lot more because it's all in one. So you can also do interviews, and if you notice on the left, that you see the lower part, it has a name. Up above, it has live, and you're off and running. It also, one cool thing about it is the free version doesn't allow you to stream to multiple locations and only able to do one or the other, either YouTube or Facebook or one place at a time. The paid versions allow you to do more. So right now, I'm currently streaming live on YouTube and Facebook Live. I haven't paid for the larger version yet because I do something else. I have another service that allows me to do that. But if I just want to do something quick, down and dirty like I'm doing right now, I'm able to do that with StreamYard. What's so cool about this system is I can also stream from my phone, either my smartphone or my tablet. I'm also able to use it as well to be able to broadcast from there as well. So if I'm out and about and I have an idea, or I'm doing an interview, or I want to do it somewhere else, if I'm traveling somewhere and I just either have my tablet, my smartphone, then I'm able to do with that as well. That's one of the cool things about StreamYard, that it is a browser face. It's not loaded onto your hard drive or on your computer. It's actually done through your browser, so that way all the power and all the streaming that you need and all the bandwidth that you need are all through StreamYard. If you want to there's a free offer, and again, there's a paid program. There's 7 different options. You can write that down, or as a matter of fact, I'm going to be putting all of these up at the end of the broadcast, so that way you can grab them, or you can message me and I'll send you a link, so that way you can go check it out. It's free to get started, and then they have some paid programs, and that's the URL to go to, our affiliate link that you're able to go forward. Next, I also use this company called Builderall, and Builderall is a one-in-all solution that I use for a lot of different things. It's a huge program solution that it's more than I want to talk about, but for webinars, I use this as well because it does a couple great things that these other services don't do. And until you get into the higher end services that I didn't want to spend that kind of money for, because I do a multitude of things and I have a couple different services. So Builderall allows me to do a couple of things like this. It allows me to up to 1,000 people, participants or viewers. I can pre-schedule or schedule webinars, and I can also create virtual conferences with this system. I just recently did a business summit, and within the business summit, I did pre-registration. Folks registered. I had a swag bag, so through this conference system, I was able to also capture their leads, so that way I can send them information on upcoming events as well. So I was able to create this virtual conference where I had 6 speakers. So what I ended up doing is I used Builderall to build the campaign, and then I used what I'm using now, which is StreamYard. I use StreamYard to actually broadcast, because with the StreamYard, I'm able to bring up multiple guests, or I can just have them go up one at a time, and it gives me up to 6 people that I can have either in a room or for panels. So I had 6 people in a room to do a panel, and then one-on-one, I would introduce them, and then I would drop out, and then they would drop in. So I'm able to do that with Builderall. It gives me the flexibility to do that. And also I was able to create a sales funnel and more, but it does a whole bunch of other stuff, but it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool system, and Builderall allows you to do that. Builderall it offers a paid service, and that's the link for there. And again, I'll get you the information if you're interested. I'll get you a link to all the services that I have, so that we're able to go forward with those a little bit later on. Again, those are some of the greatest, some of the services that I use. And then I have something else I want to share with you that I use as well. Oh, why did I go that way? Wrong way. Let me pull that up real quick. All right, it's called OBS, and it stands for Open Broadcaster Software, and this is a free and open source platform, which is a broadcast studio. Let me give you some of the features that it does, and tell you why I use this one as well. It allows me to have multiple video sources, so I can have 2, 3, 4, 5 cameras. I can have cameras and other stuff all at the same time, that I can, just like in a broadcast studio, looks like Channel 7, Channel 4, ABC, NBC. This does almost the same thing as that, but it's free. And then I'm also able to do a slideshow presentation like we're doing right now with PowerPoint, or Google Slides. You could also do picture in picture, just like I'm doing. Just like if I did it here, let me show you. This is considered picture in picture. There's one way of doing it. There's the other way. So it allows you to do that, but it's a little bit better, a little bit different, because you can have my picture on my live feed on any side of the screen that you wanted to. This one's a little bit more. This one is a little more limited as far as on StreamYard, but it gives you the same flexibility to be able to at least do a whole lot more. And then it also allows you to do live capturing, so you can record 24/7. You can record the whole session that you're doing, and you can also record the audio. And this one is a software that goes into your computer, so you'll have to download this back onto your computer. So that way, you have to download it to your computer, because again, it's a more robust system that you're able to use. And so those are a couple of things that I use. Let me see if there's anyone else. And that's how you get to, if you go to obsproject.com or .org, you can download it for free. I want to go back to another one that I know that I didn't put it on here. I put it there, but I forgot to put what it does. So let me go back to that screen real quick and go back over that one, because that one's really important, because it's something I discovered a couple of weeks ago, and I've been using it, and I didn't have time for some reason. I didn't put it up. So I did, but I didn't. It's called, the one on the right side is called JITSI, and JITSI.org. And that one is incredible. That one's absolutely free. And if you go to jitsi.com, you can create an account right now and get broadcasting right away. And what it does is, it is a web conferencing system. But the cool part about it is you're able to have, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people in your room. You can have anywhere from 6 to 60 or more. It's absolutely free. It allows you to do some pretty cool things. It is limited in some areas, but for a free broadcasting system, JITSI would do it for you, because it's one of the ones that I use. I did a state of the church town hall meeting that I did online not too long ago, and I used that platform in order to broadcast. And it was awesome because that all these pastors, 6 or 7 pastors that we had in the room, and they were able to talk and do their thing, and they're from all over the country. No, actually, they're all over the Inland Empire. And then we had one person that was out of state that was part of the broadcast. But it's absolutely free, and I would suggest that you use them. We'll put it back up on the board, on the video, so you can see it. It's called JITSI.org, JITSI.org. Go to it right now. It's awesome. It's free. So if you want to do some, say for instance, if you're a business person and you want to do some consulting, or you want to do like what I'm using it for, I'm using it for larger rooms, so that way we can do panel discussions. And so what I'll do is I'll use my StreamYard. I'll use the StreamYard for my webcasting portion, and then for the panels, I'll send them the link to go into the panel to have the panel discussion. And the cool part about it, because it's free, you're able to also set up different rooms and with different URLs, and it's free to start. So you can have different links within your conference, and you're able to, if you want to talk, if one subject is business marketing, one is about advertising, one is about business development, one is about personal development. Through this JITSI, you're able to put 4, 5, 6 different ones, put the links, use a button, and then they click on it, and then those folks will go into that room to have that discussion. So it's a wonderful, powerful platform that, again, is absolutely free for you to be able to do your thing. And so if you want more information, I'm pretty much, hopefully that will help you to understand what it is that we do and how we're doing, and some of the tools that we're using. For live streaming, I hope you understand the difference between live streaming and web conferencing and what the difference is. If you need more help, that's my email address right there, drbriancochran@gmail.com. You can go to bizhelpmarketing.com for great marketing resources that we have available to you. Or you can call me. That's my business number. And you can call 951-987-5145, extension 4, and that'll reach my cell. So that is what it's all about. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Brian Cochran. Please do me a favor. If you like this broadcast and it helped you, please leave a comment. Please subscribe if you're on YouTube, and like me on our page, and as well as share this with someone else that needs this service. God bless you. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye now.